My name is Lauren Rogers. Thank you. Wasn't expecting that. Today, I stand before you as a proud alumna of Project Interchange, AJC's Israel Educational Institute. In just a few days, I will also be a proud UCLA graduate. At UCLA, a campus of 27,000 students, I was proudly elected as one of 13 members to the Student Council. In January 2014, in the spirit of education, I traveled with AJC's Project Interchange. Project Interchange showed Israel in all its complexities, from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, from settlements to Sderot to Ramallah. We met with top leaders, Jews, Muslims, Israeli Arabs, Palestinians, and Christians. Throughout the whole trip, we were encouraged to ask any and all questions and draw our own conclusions. We saw the real Israel with Project Interchange. It was eye-opening and amazing. But on many campuses, the narrative is one-sided and anti-Israel. I should note that several months before my Israel trip, members from Students for Justice in Palestine, or SJP for short, had asked Student Council to vote on whether its members could take trips to Israel. We approved it as valid and educational. Only Israel was singled out in that discussion. No one ever challenged programs for any other country. I was therefore certain that I was on solid ground to visit Israel. Little did I know what was about to happen. Shortly after my return from Israel, Students for Justice in Palestine brought forward an anti-Israel divestment resolution to our Student Council. BDS, or the Anti-Israel Boycotts, Divestments, and Sanctions campaign, had arrived in full force at UCLA. Several of us on council suggested pro-peace, pro-dialogue alternatives, but these anti-Israel groups wanted nothing to do with anything positive. We ended up having a 12-hour public hearing where students were yelling at each other. Watch it on YouTube. Several of us noted our frustration with divestment and anti-Israel language being the only solution that SJP was willing to accept. I and others did not believe that it was Students' Council's place to vote on this global issue. We noted that Student Council had never taken positions on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. SJP's response was that no action by Student Council meant that we supported Israeli human rights violations. In the end, the anti-Israel resolution was defeated by a vote of 7-5. That should have been the end of the story. However, I found the following comments on my social media the next day. Lauren Rogers is a human rights violator. Lauren Rogers has bloodied hands. Perhaps the most telling was, keep writing things like this because it is the only way that we can publicly shame her. Publicly shame me? Comments on campus also included, another Holocaust needs to happen. If that wasn't bad enough, I suddenly received an email summoning me for a judicial board conflict of interest hearing. SJP, that same Students for Justice in Palestine that had pushed forward the BDS resolution, had filed a complaint against me and one other council member for traveling to Israel. We were the 2 non-Jewish council members who had done so. Now remember that Israel trips were approved during an earlier council vote. Through this action, SJP was trying to forcefully erase the record that they had lost the divestment vote or that one had even happened. The climate was so hostile on campus that there were times I needed campus security escorts. I wish I could tell you that campus administrators helped us. It was our own Salem witch trial. We were on our own, or so I thought. I knew I was in deep trouble and needed help. It was Shabbat, but I decided to call Project Interchange, and within 1 day, AJC had connected me with a pro bono legal team. We had less than 2 weeks to prepare for our trial. It was run as a full trial, with witnesses, testimony, and the possibility of real repercussions on our permanent record. And yet, we were forbidden from having any professional legal representation in that room. Talk about a kangaroo court. SJP began launching media attacks, trying to stack the decks against us. The rules about the hearing kept changing, and they were not in our favor. Students for Justice in Palestine used our trial, which conveniently took place during student council elections, to create an ethics pledge, designed to intimidate and prevent future student council members from traveling to Israel. Shockingly, 13 candidates signed that pledge. Only then did University of California President Janet Napolitano and UCLA Chancellor Jean Block condemn the vicious rhetoric and ludicrous pledge. They were important statements, but too late to calm the atmosphere and attacks against us. Dana Safin, then SJP president, was confident in her case against us. At the hearing's conclusion, she tweeted, "Just took on the Israel lobby. Bye-bye, AJC." So how did it all end? We won in a unanimous decision, 4-0. There are many people who share this victory. My pro bono legal dream team, several of whom are here today, and our AJC Los Angeles leaders, please stand: Frederick Levin, Honey Amato, Marshall Grossman, and Dean Schramm. I have no words to thank you. Many people supported us through this awful time, including AJC Executive Director David Harris, National President National President Stanley Bergman, former Project Interchange Chair Bob Pekar, current Chair Harriet Schleifer, PI Executive Director Robin Levinston, and from LA Project Interchange, Debbie and Nati Sadoff, who stood outside my trial room for 5 hours as the trial was being conducted. Myra Clark-Siegel, who helped me control and respond confidently to all the media whirlwind. And so many others. AJC and Project Interchange, you are the ones that have given me the courage to be able to publicly speak about this today. We knew the implications of our case. We could not afford to lose. Since then, however, an anti-Israel resolution did pass at UCLA, although many were defeated on other campuses. The lessons I learned during this difficult experience are just as relevant at UCLA as they are in the halls of Congress or foreign capitals. Be educated, stand up for what's right, and champion freedom and democracy. Those are our values, and they are AJC's values. As a non-Jew, before Project Interchange or this horrible ordeal, I wasn't connected to Israel or to the community. But you can bet that I am now. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. I am not grateful for the trial or SJP's intimidation and bullying tactics, but I am stronger because of it. I am so proud to be a part of the Project Interchange and AJC family. Thank you.